Hello again, welcome back to the Unloved JDM channel. So, it's time. We are going to start getting this little icon ready for our meet on the 28th. 29th? 28th? Forgotten already. Getting ready for our meet at the end of this month. So, the very first thing we've got to do is, by the end of this video, or at least today, in real time, I kind of want to get the engine bay in primer. Reasons I'm doing that, yes, it's plastered in dust, we'll come to that in a minute. All these little patches there that are rust spots, or like there where the paint's rubbed off over time, I want to do it for that kind of reason. The bay itself is not actually too bad. There's a couple of bits on the strut tower, so we might only do like localized areas, but I think most of the front end, because of all this, again, it's covered in dust, it might be hard to see, but that kind of stuff I want to do while I'm at this stage. So what I'm going to do is, I don't think I ever stripped this car on video. The shelf there is full of all the parts off of the front end of the engine bay, and the engine's sat down there. But we're going to blast all the dust off it first, and then see what we need to strip out to see which bits we need to get into primer by the end of today. Because if you haven't seen the video, again, this is plastered in dust now too, but I did the full Skyline engine bay, along with like the subframe and stuff. So this has all been painted as well, but that's the kind of thing I want to do in there. But it is a lot of work to clear the bay out. I'm going to go through it, blast the dust off, and see what we get to. Alright, I don't know how much difference that actually made on camera, but in reality that took a lot of dust away and it turned things back a little bit more blue than they were. But it's nowhere near like how it needs to be. So, I'm going to go through it, see what I need to remove, and then start stripping it down, trying to get this thing done. Okay, little update for you. So I've been badgering away at this for some time. Got like this loom out that was like laying around here that you might have seen before. The full brake setup and clutch setup is out. So all the ABS pump, I've disconnected the pipe work and left those up there and one thing and another. I'm going to remove those because those are for the front two, so they're straightforward to remove. Those are for the rear, so they go into the car, so they're just going to get masked up. As I said, servo's off, my clutch master is off. What else have I done? I feel like I've done loads. So I'm slowly now working over this way. The only thing I'm going to do is I'm going to have to leave this loom in the engine bay taped up just while it gets painted. And then ultimately, we are pretty close, and I can I'm leaving the gearbox up again. I'm just going to mask it off, and then we'll just drop the subframe off it, which is already loose. So I'm heading over there next. That's my next mission. Right, let me show you where we're at. That is quite an empty looking bay, if I do say so myself. So what I have left to do before I can actually do any kind of paintwork is little things like, you know, bolt there, bracket there. Some of them won't come off without breaking them, so I don't want to do that. I'm also going to drill the rivets out of the VIN plate, sticker off, odds and ends bolts like that, and then once I've done that, we're going to start prepping it. But now the subframe's out, all the fuel stuff's out, aircon stuff's out, everything pretty much now will just get masked up. Wiper linkage is out as well, which was a bit tricky and a bit of a pain, but it's done. So next bit, all those little bits that I said, and then we start prepping for paint. Okay, so it's been quite a while since the last update, and as you can see, I'm pretty dirty now. Camera's died as well, so I'm now temporarily on my phone for this evening. So this is where we're at. So now we've got the whole bay cleared out. I've given it a quick wipe down with just like a wet cloth, just to take all the dirt off it. Masked up all the loom, bits and pieces. Every other bit and piece that doesn't need to be there is gone. They're just stuff that can't come out. I've just got to cover the gearbox up. Been around all the rough bits with the grinder, so they've all now like smoothed back to bare metal. Started on both front arches. Again, the whole front panel, that's done. And same in that one, probably a little bit darker on this side, but you know, you get the idea. Yeah, like I said, that's taken a while, and I am really, really dirty now, so that's not very pleasant. But I did say that before I left tonight, I wanted the bay in primer. I didn't really give much thought to the arches and stuff, but I thought, like, why do it twice? So anyway, next step, I'm going to give it a wipe down with a pre-paint cleaner, and then we're going to prime it. So there she is. It's now late o'clock, very late o'clock. I've just been outside for the first time in like a few hours. It's silent out there. There's nobody around at all. So, but it's there. My objective was, before I went to bed, I had to have the engine bay primer, and that is the epoxy primer, which is what I always use, which is what I did in the Skyline. So that I'm happy with. Now it's bedtime. So make sure you subscribe. And in the next video, we're going to get some colour back into this bay, and then we can start rebuilding stuff. That'll be fun. Right, thanks for watching. See you soon.